Welcome to Yes Also. I'm Suzi Barrett, and my guest today is national treasure Anna Garcia. You know Anna from her incredible work on Dropout, and she is such a bright light in the LA improv community. She's on the UCB Herald team Yikes, and can be seen in shows like Fuck This Month and her own Elysian shows like Monoscene Night and the Anna Garcia Variety Hour. Not surprisingly, this episode is fantastic. Anna is not only hilarious, she's also brilliant and insightful and very vulnerable, and she opens up about having a really hard time in UCB classes, which I think many of you will find relatable. In part 2, she shares a recent insight that she had about pulling premises on Herald Night, and we try it out, and we do some scene work together, and I had a blast. Part 2, of course, is available at yesalso.supercast.com. Spend $8, become a subscriber, and you get all of our part 2s. For more Anna Garcia, make sure you follow her on Instagram, and she'll keep you apprised of all of her Elysian shows, like the aforementioned Monoscene Night and Anna Garcia Variety Hour. And while you're there, check out Anna's pics on our Instagram page at YesAlsoPod. All right, let's get to it. Here's the episode. Oh my goodness, welcome.
Let's do it. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
This is great.
It's great.
As you sat down, you were like, I can't wait to do this. I love improv.
I did say that. I literally said that. I love improv so much. I love this podcast. I already said this, but I love Suzi. So it's all good.
It's
all
mutual.
Around. Yeah.
It's mutual. You also love yourself.
I do. God forbid.
How long have you loved improv, and what do you love about it?
Oh, I just love it. We're getting right into it. I mean, I grew up watching Who's Line. I would sit on my floor and watch Who's Line, and I was obsessed with Colin Mockery, and I was just like, I just loved that forever.
And I think we grew up near each other.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at different times. You're younger than me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we grew up really close to each other. Is that right? I'm from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I'm Rochester.
Oh, God, we're so close. Yeah.
What was your high school?
Groves.
Oh, okay.
Did you go to Rochester?
Yeah, and we swam against you.
Yeah.
You were green and white?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were?
Blue and white.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Blue, I knew blue.
Did you guys had that really deep pool? Was that you guys or no?
I don't know.
There was one where like the deep end was included in the lanes.
Oh, that was ours. That was our pool.
Yeah.
Not that I ever fucking went in there, but yeah.
Yeah, I had to swim the 500 there once because someone was like injured or sick. Yeah. And I'm like a sprinter. So this was 10 times the length of my thing. Nightmare. And every time I hit that deep end, I felt like I was just gonna die.
Yeah, you're like, I'm about to drown.
Yeah, this is how I end. I sink to the bottom and I never come back, and nobody notices because I'm so slow anyway.
Oh my God. Yeah. And there's all these other people swimming past you and you're like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Sorry that my high school sort of left that impact on you.
Yeah. I'm traumatized because of you.
Oh, sure. Go Falcons.
Yeah. We were Falcons.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's not right.
No.
There should be some sort of chart where an Excel document where you're like, you can't have this.
You know what I mean?
If we're Falcons, you have to be Bears.
I always wonder that. This is such a tangent. I wonder that about flags, like countries' flags back in the day, like pre-internet and pre-like printing press.
Yeah. How
they all negotiated theirs to be different. It's like, I guess you conquer someone and then you take whatever they are. And but as you're coming up with your individual flag, like how did they all end up being different?
I think they did a really good job with that. I don't know how they figured that out, but they did a really good job.
I want to compliment them.
I want to compliment the flag makers because there's like almost no overlap, though we get close. Like we've got France and Italy, and it's like we're tiptoeing.
That's what I'm saying, because it's all like only like primary dye colors.
Yeah,
and the same shape for the most part. Yeah. There's like one triangle flag and one square one.
We all sort of like rectangle mode.
It's got to be stuff that can be cut out of like felt. Is that what they were using?
I would love to talk to the graphic designers of the flags.
Yes.
Like, I would love to hear what's going on, how they figured that out.
Graphic designers of the flags, get in here.
Get in here.
Perfect group game.
Perfect group game.
Perfect group game.
I did stars in mine. I kill myself.
Bye-bye. Okay, go ahead. You watching Whose Line led into doing improv?
I was also going to say that something about school mascots really quickly is that, like, I've noticed that you can just, if you run a school, you can just sort of pick the mascot and you can pick your logo. And so a bunch of schools all over the country have the same logo and mascot.
What?
Because you can just like sort of Google and make it your mascot. Art? It's like literally clip art.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
I saw a map once that was like, here's where all of the like falcons are. And it's like a lot of people have the same. I've seen another high school with the same falcon that our high school has.
That sucks.
It's just like everyone's just fucking like
Right.
So I don't know, going to Shutterstock and getting a fucking
My
falcon.
school was unique. Our mascot
Really?
was the Wendy's, and it was this like girl with red braids holding a shake with like a blue striped
Wait,
shirt.
that's amazing. You guys were the Falcons?
We were so unique.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, no. Just that.
Oh yeah, I've had your school Frosties. They're really good.
They're really good. Gotta dip fries in them.
Exactly, every time.
Were you a theater kid?
Deeply a theater kid.
Deeply.
Yeah. I grew up doing Whose Line, and then I did improv myself for the first time in high school theater class. We did an improv section, and I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
And so did theater growing up. Pretty much since I came out, I was just sort of like, Saza.
Yeah.
And then, I did theater my whole life, and then musical theater, just loved it so much.
Give me some of your hits. Like what was the first musical where you were like, I have made it because I am this role in this thing?
That never exactly happened to me.
Yeah, similar.
I was sort of, I was never quite able to book in those ways. I was like the mayor of Munchkinland and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
had a callback for Dorothy. Didn't quite book.
But that's a nice feature.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And like, I hammed it up.
Yes. This is what I want to know. Like your roles where you felt like you could step out and show up and be Anna on stage.
Well, I used to do shows at this place called the Marquee Theater in Northville.
Okay.
And they would do shows, but they wouldn't buy the rights to do the shows. So they would do Snow White and the Nine Dwarfs, or they would do Rumpelstiltskin, and Rumpelstiltskin would have an assistant named Bob, and they would fully just sort of like tiptoe. And then instead of using songs from like Snow White, they would put like Beach Boys Kokomo in there. So it would be like a review almost.
Which is like almost worse. It's like that's even further away from public domain. Those are like living artists who.
Yeah. But if it's like a review, I guess you could sort of get away with it.
Sure.
So we were just we were just like taking IP from everybody, and somehow getting away with it. But the theater's closed now, which is why I can say this. Devastating. But we were just fully cutting corners. But I did play Stuart Little in Stuart Little.
Damn.
At the Marquee Theater. I got to drive a small
little motorcycle, or no?
Yes, but like a child Jeep, basically through the audience. I had a big mouse head on my head. I sang with the bird. It was amazing. I sang, "It's a lovely day today. So whatever you've got to do, you've got a lovely day to do it in." That's true, which is from like an old musical.
Yeah.
But it's in Stuart Little now.
I'm hooked.
Yeah.
I want to see the whole thing. I want it coming out of the neck of a mouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved being a mouse boy. So I was also Mowgli in the Jungle Book over there.
God, see, like, this is great.
Yeah, but that's when I was younger. When I came to high school, they were like, we don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
You small thing.
Yeah, you were a cute kid, and now you're unsettling.
And now you're loud and like...
Yeah. Go over there and do bits.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was probably good for you.
It was good. I got to play comedic relief a lot, which... And I grew up playing boys, funny boys, which I think has contributed to who I am today a lot. And then, in high school, I was sort of like the funny best friend, the like weird mom, like...
What's the chicken and what's the egg there? Like, do you think playing funny boys informed your current like selfhood, or were they seeing an essence in you?
They were seeing an essence in me deeply. Yeah. Even at the Marquee Theater, when there were like clearly roles for girls, I was playing the boys. Like I was
busted.
I was the first one to like be, one of the boys that gets swallowed by the whale in Pinocchio. Like I really
sick brag.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want
on your resume?
I didn't want to have to bring that up, but yeah, my resume. Absolutely loaded up with illegal shows.
So let's cut to what brought you to LA. Was there a step in between?
There was a step in between. I went to school at the University of Michigan.
Hell yeah.
And
were you an Interlochen kid too?
No, no. We didn't have that kind of money.
Sure.
My God.
Yeah, of course not. But as soon as you said U of M, because that's an expensive school.
Yeah, it is. I had in-state tuition, and I worked 3 jobs while I was there.
All right.
My parents did help, though. I was very grateful for that.
It's great. No disrespect to your 3 jobs. I was just like, all the friends that I have that went to U of M were also Interlochen people. But
yes, no, we had the in-state tuition going for us. I had a bit of parent help, and then I sort of busted my ass. But I busted my ass doing educational theater jobs, which were really rewarding. That being said, I got to Michigan, and I was rejected from the acting program twice, famously rejected
everyone's
twice.
talking
Everyone's
about
talking about it. No one's been able to stop talking about it since 13. And so I didn't know what to do, and so I was like, I guess I'll just do the English school and figure it out. And then we have something called Festival, which is where every single club.
I was just at the U of M festival.
You're kidding.
It was life affirming.
It's
I was
really beautiful.
Doing shows at Hearsay Theater in Ann Arbor and had a free day and walked my little Tootsie down to the U of M campus just to like walk around and look at the nice buildings.
Yeah.
And it happened to be Festival. And I found myself in the epicenter
charming.
Of like the clubs and the people being like, and no one knew that I was an interloper. I was like, because at first
you were a college student.
How would they know?
How would they know?
How would they know?
Literally, how would they know?
It's impossible to think that I look like a 47-year-old woman.
There's just no way. To me, you're a college student.
I also at first I was like, oh God, looks so creepy. I'm just like an old lady by myself, like walking around. And then I was like, there's grad schools here.
Of course.
And there's also like TAs and like teachers and, there's like tons of
you're part of the culture over there, for sure.
And kids were like asking me if I wanted to learn about computer club or and the most charming thing about it, I took a million pictures kind of sneakily because I was like, now I really look like
you're like okay, I'm verging on a line here.
Yeah. But the most charming thing was that nobody's posters were like computer designed, like nary a Canva subscription in sight.
Beautiful.
It was all like hand cut out letters, bedazzled, like
so nice.
A lot of the lettering was uneven or like handwritten. It was darling.
I made my poster board for my college improv troupe 2 years in a row, and it was just like that. It was like craft night for me. It was the best.
Is your troupe, so did you start the improv troupe or you?
So no, I didn't start it. So there was a short form troupe and a long form troupe, and I auditioned for both. One had been around for like 50 years, Comco, and then the other one, Midnight Book Club, which I repped purposefully today. I auditioned for, and it was their first year as an official club. They had like kind of done some shows, but like it was their first year as an official club. It was their first year having auditions.
Cute.
And so I signed up for both. I auditioned for, I auditioned for both. And then I eventually got on Midnight Book Club.
Is that the short form one?
No.
Oh,
long form one.
Okay.
I feel like college improv is very short form.
Yeah.
But it was long form and it was like long form.
Also, you're so good at short form.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh my gosh, you're great. And also like, and given that like Whose Line was your kind of spark bird, if you will. Okay, so you get on this guy.
Yes.
The long form team.
And long form is for me the sort of the marriage of theater and short form.
That makes sense. But only for you.
But only for me.
For the rest of us, it's completely different.
For the rest of you guys, I don't even actually know what it could possibly even be for you.
For me, it's a marriage of opera and cookbooks. My long form is experimental.
And everyone's long form is different.
Everyone's is. Even if you're in the same show. That's the goal.
It should feel different for everybody. No one should be on the same page.
No. What long form were you guys doing? Were you learning heralds or?
Yeah. So what's amazing is the people on my college improv team and Midnight Book Club were nerds. Like we read the UCB manual. We read Truth in Comedy.
Yes.
Every year we went to IO in Chicago to take improv workshops. Like we were studying heralds. We didn't do heralds because they're just not as fun, and that's just a fact. That's just an unbiased fact.
I like heralds. I think the structure makes it fun and challenging,
but
I also
love
get
that.
the take.
I'm currently on a herald team, and I'm like, herald's not my favorite form. But we were doing we would do montage, but we also did monoscene shows.
Cool.
And we did like Armando's, and we really did long shows. Like I remember we would do 2 monoscenes for shows at times, and
how, looking back now objectively, or as objectively as you can, what's your read on the quality of those shows? Do you feel like you were doing great work?
Yeah,
that's great.
We took a lot from the IO philosophy of like relationships are the most important thing in improv. And so I never, ever, ever learned, we studied the UCB manual, but mostly for the like activities and stuff. I never learned improv through there's an unusual character and there's not. I never learned it through premise didn't make sense to me. When I moved to LA and I was taking 201, 301, 401, I cried in class because I was like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I was like, is it
in class? Oh, wow.
I was like, isn't improv fun and you're just with your friends and you're making stuff up and it's funny because you love the other people and you guys are all listening. Like I was so, I didn't understand it at all. And so you can ask my teachers, I like Joel Spence and Will Hines. I was like, what is going on? Like I literally could not figure it out. The game of it all was not something that we talked about.
Yeah. Also imagining, like, Will is such a sweetheart, but he's also like not the most like emotional guy. So imagining him being faced with tears, like, okay, yes, I see.
I understand where you're coming from.
That's good point. Okay, counterpoint.
I cried slightly less in his class because I was starting to get the hang of it, but I just like I really couldn't latch onto it for years in LA because I was so used to organic.
Yeah. Right. And even like even when you're doing Harold's in the IO style, because it's relationship focused, most often you're doing time dash scenes. Very rarely is there anything analogous, and usually then it's only because like somebody forgot like the bulk of the 100%, scene and is like, oh, I remember it. There was something about a carnal. We'll do that.
UCB is pretty much almost only analogous now, like Harold.
Pretty
was,
much,
I feel like that's what we do.
Okay, so my heart just like aches for the you that was like.
I was so confused.
Did you feel like it was kind of like breaking your improv spirit? What was your reaction to all of that?
I didn't understand why I didn't get it because I was like, I know how to do improv. I know I love improv, and my college improv troupe are still some of my best friends to this day. A lot of them work in comedy. Like it was like we went on to do stuff in the industry and write, and like I still do shows with I still love so many people from that world. And so it really felt like we had tuned into something. And then when I got here, I was like, I'm good at improv.
Right.
I don't get what I'm not getting. Like I couldn't. The math of improv felt restrictive.
Yeah.
It didn't feel fun. It felt like writing.
Yeah.
Which to me, improv has always been a very like playful, joyful, in the moment discovery thing. So I think I couldn't see it from an overhead view. I took many workshops with Jake Jabbour leading up to Harold auditions because he is really good at explaining Harold in a very concise aerial view.
What's his aerial view?
I mean, I wish I had my notes, but he basically is just like he just like on a whiteboard was like unusual thing, calling it out, don't talk about it, be in this, like he just
keep repeating.
Exactly. And so he had like a really, I don't know why, but it clicked after many workshops with him for me.
Yeah.
Where it was just like reiterating the same thing over and him making it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like, if I had just never done improv before in my life and I read the UCB manual, I'd be like, cool. Unusual thing. I get it. Like,
right. Well, and you read it in college, right? Or your teammates were.
Our teammates read it, and we would literally have like excerpts that we would read and stuff. But I never got too deep into the like game and making game and repeating game and like that.
Because also the water you were swimming in was doing these organic relationship based scenes.
Yeah.
So like just reading an excerpt isn't the same as having a teacher being like, do a scene like this and do it until you get it. Yeah. I want to stick here for a minute and just talk about like, I think it's so important for like anyone to remember that like all of these different methodologies are like certain trailheads that point kind of different ways towards improv.
Yeah.
But not every trail is for everybody.
Totally.
And like it's not that like game is the way to do it. It's like that's one way that one person or one group of people found to like reverse engineer a funny scene.
Yes.
And they're very sketch minded. Like, so yeah, that's kind of what fits there. And I remember when I first started UCB, they used to tell us like, our goal is to have improvised scenes look like improvised sketches.
Yep.
Like that was the tone they were going for. If you're going to do like a giant long, mono scene exploring the lives and relationships of a family, then that is not the style that fits.
Not at all.
But yeah, I think it's important to kind of like, I think people will like hearing that you cry.
I cried so much. I could not understand it. And like, I taught improv to kids in Eagle Rock for a while, and they were so wonderful, and they had this sense of play and exploration. But I'd been so UCB minded that I was teaching them game through the UCB lens, and it wasn't fun for them because it's like, I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna formulate this scene in a way. And I think I love improv so much because it feels like play, and it feels like joy, and I love connecting with other people through it. And I don't know, it's making people laugh. Is there anything better? And so when I was teaching these kids, I was like, so UCB, I was like, well, this is the easiest way to teach it because you can like sort of, it's math in a way. Yeah. And then I was like, this isn't working for these children. Being like, so who's the unusual character for like 10-year-olds is not what to do. And so eventually guys, I had to like,
you ready to have fun and connect through joy? Okay. If X equals Y over the square root of Z, then...
And so in scene 2A, did we carry the game over? I don't think so, no. So I eventually like shifted away from that, and it was so much better. But yeah, I really was struggling.
Yeah. Why during that time did you say like, you know what, I'm going to stick at UCB rather than like doing other things or just doing or whatever? What stuck you there?
Well, to first answer that, I stuck there because I love the people there. I love the community. I made some of my best friends. I made one of my best friends in 401.
Which is?
Rachel Marsh.
I love it.
I love her so much. And then I like the community there was great. I got on a mess hall team in 2019, back when it was called that. And I loved the community, and it didn't feel like there was a place. I don't know. Also, growing up having the UCB manual and knowing all of, like, we looked up to Amy Poehler and
there's like, lore.
There's lore there.
There's a fraternity to it.
We would talk about Zach Woods. We went to DCM as an improv troupe multiple times, and we saw every fucking show. So it's like that world felt so rare and exquisite to us. Yeah. So even though the improv we were doing wasn't Harold's, UCB was still this like penultimate achievement and exciting bubble to be in.
Yeah.
Like, and I felt that there.
Was there some element of like, I want to figure this out in a way that's like, you don't want to end your meal on a bad bite.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm going to do this, I want to finish the program and know that I did it, even though I was crying.
I was like, I want to figure this out.
Yeah.
I love improv and I love everything about it. Like, I want to know what this is.
Yeah.
Like it works for so many people. I'd like to get good at it. Even on Harold, it's something that I struggle with currently, where I'm like, it is so structured, it is so formulaic that I still feel restricted when I do Harold.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find a way to meld my experience and my knowledge of UCB style play while I do Harold. And I think it's one of my positive contributions to the team, but it also does hold me back in certain aspects of it.
I would think like once that clicks into place for you, you will be such a like you're like an unbelievable asset to a form like that, because you are so outside the lines.
Yeah.
And like that form needs a squiggle.
I'm a bit of a squiggle, yeah.
It's so fun when someone, you know, when people used to have like, coloring contests, and like the grocery store or whatever would like hang up all the like coloring pages.
Wow, yeah.
The ones that were like exactly right were so boring. Yeah. And then once in a while there would be like a kid who like drew their own things in the margin or like used watercolors on the thing. And it's like, I would never have thought.
It's got stickers all over it.
You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, they did like Google eye stickers for the eyes.
Yeah.
That's what you can offer Harold's. And like the feeling of taking the thing and then adding on top of it and finding like, you know, whether it's fun transitions or weird group game initiations or like weird ways to take second beats.
I'm like always trying to be an inanimate object, and I feel like no one is
there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the spoon. You never picked me up once. You never ate the cereal with me. I was laying there.
I was the spoon.
I was the spoon.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to be like, no one came out to be the table, so I fell on the floor when I tried to be the spoon.
And I was looking around. I was giving spoon.
Yeah.
No, I will say, like, I was jamming myself into the UCB world. I was loving the friends I was making. I was like, I'm going to figure this out, and I want to be here. At the same time, I was doing so much indie improv.
Mm.
Oh my God. I
love it.
Oh my God. Leading up into the pandemic, I was doing like four to 5 shows a night at the clubhouse.
4 to 5 a night?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
A week. No, I wouldn't put it past me on doing 4 in a night. I was doing so many shows. I was at the clubhouse at fucking midnight. Like I was doing mock. I was just like, I was jamming.
Yeah.
I was, when We was created, I was there. And so I was there for the advent of We, when we were in the like shitty moving arts theater and there were like 20 seats and it was like felt very scrappy. And
I love it.
That was such a special time. We would all do shows, then walk to Hyperion in public. And it was just like, that was a really special, freeing thing to have while learning UCB, because I was like, this feels more like home to me.
It's
Improv-wise.
it's bottom up instead of top down.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answers. It's of the people.
Yeah.
It's based on connectivity and community. Yeah.
So that was special. And then I had a indie team and we hosted a show at that moving arts theater. And I was on like a couple other indie teams. So I was just cranking shows out.
Yeah. Then the pandemic hit.
Yes. And then I was on Mess Hall.
Okay.
Leading up into the pandemic.
Pandemic, dark times.
Yeah, I think.
Or were you doing online improv?
I refused.
Okay.
We tried. My team and I did an online show.
Yeah, I did like 2 or 3 online shows.
And then I said, I actually can't do this.
Hard. Yeah.
My partner at the time was doing a lot of online improv and I would watch and I was like, good on you. I cannot do this.
What rubbed you about it?
It still was fun, but the timing is important. I think like I like being with the other people. It still was fun. I was like, it's
almost like a different art form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming out of the pandemic, it feels like you're back in that flow. Like you're in a show every time I turn my face in a new direction.
Start doing less shows. I must stop saying yes.
Must stop.
I am tired.
Is that true? Do you have that feeling like you're maxed out and
Yeah.
you have to stop saying yes?
Yeah.
What does that do? Do you feel like any sense of burnout in your play? Does it like diminish the quality of some of your shows because you're coming with less enthusiasm when you show up?
What's really tough is no matter what, doing improv makes me happy. And when I'm doing improv, I feel nothing but joy.
Yeah.
So I can say yes to a million improv shows. It'll be too many. But when I'm doing it, it's always great. It's when it's like other things. You know, I'll do a reading of this. I'll do a reading of that. Like podcasts will come up. This one, of course, priority. But like what's big, a huge thing for me is that I lose my voice a lot. And so I'm in vocal therapy. I have a vocal coach. I have a doctor. Like, so I have to say no physically for myself quite a bit. But here's the thing. I love doing the shows so much.
Yeah.
Like I love Fuck This Month. I love
so fun.
I love hopping into any shows like that. I just started a show at the Elysian, Monoscene Night.
Oh.
I just started a show at the Elysian.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's called Monoscene Night. Great.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Yeah.
So it stems from my I've been on Herald. I'm doing Heralds once a week at least. We have practice. I'm doing a lot of Heralds.
Yeah. UCB Heralds.
Yes.
Yeah.
UCB Heralds at UCB. Shout out to my team Yikes. I do love my team so much.
Also, great name.
Great name. Yeah. Yikes, all lowercase, exclamation point.
Great.
And I really just, even when I do shows like Fuck This Month, like it's all montage and I love montage, but you get into a rhythm and it's like, you're still playing the game. You're still like, I don't know, there's a rhythm of like tagging people and I love it. It's like one of the most freeing forms of improv, but I miss the really grounded, long form stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are doing it.
True. And also, I've never seen you play a show like that.
Right.
And it's exciting to find out that that's like the molten core at the center of you.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And so we had the show a few days ago. It was Monday and the 15th. Yeah. And I couldn't have asked for anything more. I was like, I almost cried when I was thanking the audience because it really was like reconnecting to the thing I love so passionately. And I asked my closest friends that do improv to do it. And
oh, that's so funny.
I asked everyone that I ever thought had any skill at improv to do it. I asked,
maybe I had a setting.
I asked every person that hosts a successful podcast about improv to do it. I was just like,
check my spam folder here.
I am gathering the people I love. No, but it was Josh Rubin, Demi Adejuibe, Oscar Montoya, Angela Giartana,
killers,
Rachel Marsh, of course.
How fun. Yeah.
And Tim Lampier.
I don't know Tim.
People don't know Tim. Tim is from Chicago. Everyone fucking watch out for Tim. He is the greatest. He is, I don't think anyone on this planet is funnier than him.
Damn.
He is going to be the greatest improviser that you've never seen.
Watch out, everybody.
Yeah.
Duck.
Run.
Here he comes.
Actually,
run.
With Tim,
close
run.
your doors. Yeah.
But I'm like, if I can play with Tim, I will.
Great.
Yeah.
What do you like about his style, or what's the alchemy of you two playing together that lights you up?
Tim Lampier is I have this admiration for people that do comedy that have almost what feels like nothing holding them back. I think Lisa Gilroy is so crazy and so free.
I think you're like that. That's how I would describe your play.
That's nice. That's nice. I think I am like that, but I think I'm just astounded when I see people making the big choices. Like
Tim's style is the third beat of your second beat. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Like if most improvisers are first beats, your second, and he's taking it third,
100%.
and Lisa's third. Yeah.
He is so smart and so funny, and like he just plays big, but not in a way that it's selfish. Like and that's a big reason why I asked these performers, is because I wanted all sweeties.
Yeah.
I don't want any steamrollers. That's not my vibe.
Yeah.
And I don't think most people in the improv community are like that. But every now and then I'll do a show with someone and I'm like, this is too much.
Well, and there's it's an optical illusion. It's a real faces or vases. Because if from the outside, that playing big but selfishly can look similar to the playing big but unselfishly.
Totally.
But from the inside, it feels so different.
Completely.
It's like, the feeling of like we're looking at each other and we're trying to keep this ball in the air versus you're barely checking in and you're just doing this.
And every single person in that show was constantly checking in. And it was all in one location. So it's like we were at one point on different levels in the stage, on different, like people would just like it was such a beautiful thing of like everyone was so good at giving the other people their time. It felt like completely even and so generous.
I love it.
It was just so nice.
Do you remember that there was like a warm up in class that sometimes we would do before class shows too, where like you say the alphabet as a team, but like everybody closes their eyes and puts their head down. You either count to 10 or you say the alphabet.
We do count to 20 on Yikes.
Okay, great. Yeah. And only one person can say a thing at a time. So it's like it connects everyone into the group mind. That the feeling of that is the feeling of the unselfish.
Yes.
Like you can make as big of a choice as you want, but because everyone's plugged in like with their gut and their heart into this like sensitivity of the team.
Yeah.
You play like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that just reminded me of that. I was like, I feel like that's an underrated warm up. I'm glad to hear Yikes does it before shows.
Every show.
Yeah.
It's so, and what's so funny is sometimes we'll come in with different energies and then we'll do it and we're like, it's not working. And then we all are like, let's take one big deep breath together.
Yep.
And then we get it every single time after we do that.
It's like a magic trick.
It is. Yeah.
It's like, it's spiritual.
Yeah. It is.
Something's going on there. Yeah. I want to cut to a subscriber question.
Let's do it.
We have so many questions for you.
Great.
You did this a few minutes ago. Luke says your break your own neck movement is the funniest object work I've seen. Where did you discover it?
It's almost become a crutch at this point. I do it so often it's like a tick. Yeah.
That's great.
It's my favorite thing to do. I am really proud of myself because I just started doing it one day. In improv, heightening is the goal.
Yeah.
And for me, the greatest heighten you can do is snap your own neck.
Yeah.
Get me out immediately. Like, what's the biggest better overreaction than not you killing someone?
Yeah.
You take yourself out of it.
It's giving yourself the hook.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also such a satisfying, it's an instant, it's like click. Yeah. There's the snap of it. And then the thump to the ground
I love
is
to
very
like
satisfying.
ragdoll. And go down. Yeah.
I love flopping on a stage.
Luke, thank you so much. I love dying in shows. I absolutely love to die.
I do too.
I love it.
There was a phase, I feel like there's been waves in the decades of improv of like ways to get rid of other characters too. Like blow darts were a big thing for a while.
Oh my God, yeah.
And there's such a satisfying internal, like I know it's satisfying for the audience because it's funny, but when you do the motion of like, and then your teammate from across the stage does the slap on the neck and flumps to the ground.
Nothing better.
Oh, it's such a great moment of agreement.
You are so right. I remember when I was coming up and watching so many Heralds, I feel like almost a little under a decade ago, people were doing this.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And breaking other people's necks had a moment for a couple years. That was like a popular one.
I think it's guns now, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
I think it's guns, which sucks.
We got to get that bill passed in the improv world.
Yeah,
like
we do.
Gun control and scenes.
Yeah.
This is from Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
What elements from your acting background do you use to help inform your big or subtle characters?
These questions are what a lovely question.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's lovely. So what acting elements?
Yeah, what elements from your acting background do you use to help inform your, and I put the or in there, it's big / subtle characters. So maybe Kyle means they're big and subtle.
Yeah.
Which
or either.
Or both.
So I grew up doing theater. I didn't study acting, but I did improv college and out here, and I attribute a lot of my acting training from improv.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of a give and take. Because I've done theater, I've just done stuff forever, but a lot of my acting training I think comes from my ability to listen and my ability to engage, which improv really forces you to do. And so it's sort of give and take. I think with acting, like, the joy of acting for me is connection, which is the same as improv. And so it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes, I will say, when I do make some noise or I get to do a mono scene, I did Paul F. Tompkins' Spontaneation.
Yeah, Spontaneation
show. And that is like a mono scene, but you can sort of skip back and forward in time. And I played the same character most of the time. I do love getting to sort of flex my acting skills in that way.
You're so good at it.
Oh, that's not. It's so gratifying. And I've even said to Sam, I'm like, give me a dramatic make some noise prompt. I'm like, I love getting to flex my acting muscles in that way. And when I do scenes, for me, the thing that's really beautiful about, I think, being an actor and improviser is like, I'm able to like disappear into a scene. I can see everything happening around me. I can see everything happening around me. I can see everything happening. I can fully become physically a character, which is why VIP is also so gratifying. The Dropout show, Very Important People, is really gratifying to do too.
It's one of my favorite things you've done.
Thanks.
And your Rox character is one of my favorite parts of all of that show.
Thank you.
All episodes. And I want to compliment like something that you do so deftly is make a strong choice about a character right at the top of the scene and then stick to your guns, and you do such a good job of playing if this then what else, which is game. Like it's like I think you see it through a character lens.
I do, rather
than we are talking about how we're organizing our kitchen lens. Like it's not the theme of the scene, it's the perspective or the like motivation of the character, right?
Yeah.
Which is actorly. But yeah, that you play so that's the show where they like do your makeup, you don't get to see it, and the reveal was they turned you into this like pile of rocks. And the reveal is you were this kid, Zeke, is that it?
Yeah, Zeke, a 12-year-old
who wished that he found a genie or something and wished that he could be rocks.
Yes. Yeah. That was his third wish.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so committed. There's like, you do such a good job of navigating like ups and downs because there's like sad moments, but you're still true to what that kid is.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Or is that just like you decide to commit and you are so committed to the character that you really do see it through that lens?
I do see it through that lens.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm almost not thinking. I mean, I'm not thinking at all when I'm doing those.
Yeah.
I something happens where I can just switch into the character and then I'm that character.
Yeah.
There's like no real processing going on. It's pretty weird.
Is it the same in scenes? Because I've done Fuck This Month shows with you where you snap into a character, you know, like a foreign supervillain or something, or like a, you know, like you can flick into something with a strong take or an accent or whatever, and you are just so believably that. Is that also happening?
It's
where you
pretty
just
similar to that. Yeah, where I can sort of snap in. I think what's hard is that comes from my like college improv days of like being so present, relationship based. Like I think I struggle on Harold doing that because you have to be thinking about game and the game
priority
moves.
Is the rubric of does this satisfied like is this the best choice for the second beat or whatever,
and not is this true to my character, which there are ways to juggle both of those things. But I think, I definitely think like when we've played together and stuff, Fuck This Month is also so liberating because you have the freedom to be that character and make those decisions as that character. And like the fun will come.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
The funny will.
And oddly enough, it's like, the funny will come, like is true of any improv. It's like, if you trust, then it will show up. Yeah. But with those choices, it comes right away. Cause it's like, you are already following what you find fun to the core of your spirit. So of course the audience is going to come on that ride. William asks, what was the one thing you were constantly noted on and how did you address it? Were you constantly noted on anything? I mean, you touched on the game premise thing. Yeah.
It's that. Every time, because you know at UCB you get grades when you take classes.
Oh, yeah.
And I never got any A's. I always got B's, and they were like, you just need to just get a little better at like getting the pulling from the premise and getting a clear game.
If you can just do a scene without bursting into tears, you're right there. You are right there.
My 201 teacher gave me a C and almost told me I had to retake 201 because that's when you learn about game. And I was like,
here's a confession. I may have said this on this podcast before, but so I moved here after doing Boom and after doing IO. And so I was like Harold team at IO, 3 years at Boom, and then came here.
Yeah.
And UCB was kind of just starting here and they really needed people for Harold teams. And I was like, oh, great. Yeah. And I did that at IO and I'm on a team at IO West. And there were only 50 people at the audition for like all the teams. There was only going to be a few people that didn't get on. And they were like, we can put you on as long as you take 201 and 301 because we need to make sure that you understand game. And I didn't understand game and I had never learned it.
So what was your experience doing IO Heralds?
IO Heralds were too nebulous for me. Or looking back now, I loved it at the time because I was like stage time and improv and this is so cool. And this was the goal, was to like get to play on stage with friends and do stuff. And I liked the creativity of like figuring out, they were very like big on what's the theme of your Herald or what's the organic transition. Like we were doing all that kind of stuff. This is, early 2000s.
Yeah.
But we would finish shows and like some of them felt like they worked and some didn't. And I was like, oh, it's just like in the book. In Truth and Comedy, they say sometimes we saw Harold.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, that shouldn't be like sometimes none of the scenes got a laugh. And they weren't fun.
It's a little different.
And you didn't know what to do for your second beats. And similar like at IO West out here, it was like we were a hodgepodge of all vets and like very talented people. You could do scenes and characters, but it felt very like disjointed or very like the second beats were never satisfying to me. And then when I learned UCB, I was like, oh, this is an easy overlay. But at that point, I'd been doing it for a long time, 8 years or 9 years. So it was like, oh, I could like overlay that formula on top of things.
Yeah.
And it helped focus things.
Right.
but doing it in the reverse order sounds very stressful to
Improv
me.
felt like this, and then UCB was
You're
it's
making your
this.
arms very wide, and out for the listeners, and then you
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you go, and
Yeah,
then it's
my
like
arms
this,
are
and they're
really big, and I was like, improv felt like this, and then
Big
improv
arms.
felt like I had to funnel that into the UCB.
narrower arms,
Narrow
tiny funnel. There we go. Okay,
Sorry, I love UCB and I love doing Heralds, but
yeah,
that's just
no, this is all helpful, you know, because everybody's journey is their own.
But yeah, I guess speaking on that, like everyone's journey is their own. Like UCB is it's popular. It's where a lot of my favorite comedians have come out of, and it's like, but that is one style of improv, even though it is maybe one of the most popular ones. Like,
right. It is a style.
It's a style.
I mean, like improv is like music, and it's like there's there's different types of bands and genres and instruments, and
And what's beautiful about UCB is that it hosts shows that aren't always that.
Yes,
that aren't always.
Especially now, it's getting more and more like it's casting a wider net.
Yes,
and
which I love.
I'm going to give you two questions that are kind of similar.
Okay.
CJ says, in addition to being so damn funny, Anna brings so much joy to the stage. I'm curious if that just comes naturally to her or if it's something she consciously worked on. And then Tim says, this sounds kind of dumb, but how are you so good at having such a good time?
That's so sweet. These are so nice. I don't have to bring joy because it brings me joy. Like the joy comes from the doing of it. When I had that monoscene night show, I was flying. I was so happy doing with people you love, getting to feel like free in your art form, not thinking. It's just like there is no better combo of joy. That creates joy to me. I also love fucking laughing and like being around funny people. It's like that gets to be our lives. Like there's so much inherent joy in that.
Yeah. It's almost like a perpetual motion machine, like one of those little like ball things. Because it's like you make a choice that feels fun and freeing. They find it funny and are tickled by it. Then they make a move based on that. And then you are tickled by them.
Yeah.
We are audience and actor at the same time.
Totally.
And each feeds the next thing.
When I'm on Yikes doing shows, I will just be on the back line laughing my ass off at my teammates. I'm audience also.
Yeah.
I'm also like, this is the best
as
a viewer. Like how fun. These people are brilliant. And that's like kind of how I feel during any show I do. I'm like, these people are brilliant and are making me laugh so much.
Yeah.
What a pleasure that I get to now be a part of that fun. And that's how it always feels, I think.
Yeah. Well, you definitely bring the party to the stage.
Thank you.
There's also like just you do have like a next level, like a spark, like that's palpable on stage.
That's nice.
The energy that you like jump into a scene with, or your edits, or your everything is like has just like a little there's a fairy spark, you know.
I'll say two things on that. One, first of all, well, I'll say three. One, thank you. Two, I think that when I was doing indie improv, there was this wave of people playing really detached and apathetic, and it drove me fucking crazy. It was almost like, we're doing improv, how lame, or like, I'm doing improv, but like, I'm not gonna fully commit. I'm like, where's the fucking fun in that?
Right.
If you're gonna play pretend, play fucking pretend.
Right.
Like, don't be like, I'm not going to do this crazy, silly thing because it would be humiliating. Like,
yeah, like, well, then why are you up here?
Why are you up here? Like, you know, and I love meta stuff, but like, stop referencing the fact that we're doing improv so much. And then this ties in with like, I think getting older is harder. I think existing in this world is harder. I think when we were little, we used to play pretend as kids and we used to have a safe world there. And like that improv is my version of that in the modern age. And it's like, what a gift to have that. Lean into that fully.
Be in the bubble.
Be in the bubble.
We have all the time in the world to be jaded and cynical and comment on how shitty life is. While we're here, let's create this. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's real fort vibe. Real, you know, or like Lost Boys.
100% I'm Lost Boy pilled.
I'm Lost Boy
pilled.
Let's do Tay says, what's a style, genre, or format you want to try? So we've talked about the monoscene thing. Is there something that's on a horizon that you haven't done yet that you want to try?
Reuniting with Monoscene has been one of the greatest joys, so that checks that box. It's so funny you say I'm good at short form because that doesn't ring true to me.
Yeah.
That feels like games, and I love games, and that's like what I did in high school and stuff, but I'm not practiced at it. And I like doing it, but I'm like, I would be down. That's jokes, you know?
You know what's so funny is like, I think because of this is so much about like how perception becomes the truth. Like because you arrived in my awareness like through your Dropout era.
Yeah.
It's like my first introduction to you as an improviser was things like make some noise and very important people. And it's like, oh, you're so good at just like making these big choices and doing like these like it's like assassin improv, like very specific choices that go all the way very fast. And then playing with you on Fuck This Month, there you also have that mirth and that playfulness. I haven't seen you do Monoscene. I haven't seen you do serious improv.
Yeah.
So it's like because I'm seeing this part of your funnel first.
Yeah.
That's my perception.
Totally.
And you are good at those things. So it's like, oh, you must have done, I would have guessed that you were like in comedy sports in high school or something, you know?
I it's so funny because make some noise doesn't even feel like short form to
right.
me. I guess technically that is what it is, but it's not how I view it in my mind.
How do you view it?
Short, long form prompts.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's like,
it's basically they're giving you the game of the scene.
100%.
They're telling you what the premise is so you don't have to find it or pull
and then it's
it.
like, go live in it real quick.
Right.
Real quick, go live in it.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of what it is to me.
Part 2 of this episode, go to yesalso.supercast.com. If you like this podcast and you want double the content, head over to yesalso.supercast.com and subscribe. You can also help us out for free by subscribing to us on YouTube and talking us up to your improv communities. If you have a question that you'd like us to answer in one of our Q&A episodes, or a topic that you think would make a great bonus episode, put it in a 5-star review. If you're a theater who would like to host us for a live recording and improv show, let us know at yesalsopod@gmail.com. A very special thanks to our producer, Ryan Rosenberg, audio and video editor, Brian Kessler, and Britt Faye, who does our marketing. Thanks for listening, and we will see you next week. No, we won't, Suzi. That's not how podcasts work. They won't even see us. They will listen to us, so it's actually the opposite of both things you said. Thanks for listening, and you will listen to us next week. Maybe. We don't know.